Steve, this is Joel. It's great to see you today there, man. Isn't that wild where you started out today? Definitely too long and too much across the top, or across the line. All that extra movement at the top there, buddy. See the same thing with the driver. And then there's that way too active hand and arm action through impact, coupled with the extra stuff up there at the top, was what's creating the big wide pull hooks with the driver, and with the iron creating the fat shots. So here it gets a lot better. Here it gets a lot better. And here it gets even better. Much better there, man. So again, that was the bad news, that it looks so bad, but there's the good news that you could make that alteration quite quickly, Steve, because this is where you've been more the last couple of years. Instead of that, you're right there. Much, much better. It helps you get those irons much more solidly instead of so fat. You can see that almost hidden behind it there. And then it helps the drivers get much more straight instead of the pull hook so much with the overactive hands and the complicated nature of the downswing. With that driver, that looks like the old gold over here on our right. Hugely different there, Steve. Much improved. And again, doesn't surprise me that you're able to see that get better right away. So yeah, man, just got reverted back to some of the old stuff there, Steve. So that's beautiful work there, man. Good work. Hope the trip to Callaway Gardens goes great. I said to Taylor, when I got home after the lesson, or after you walked away, I said, Taylor, you remember him? Taylor said, yeah. I said, I remembered him. I said, but he said, I knew his last name started with an M, but I couldn't think of it. I said, he's the guy that brings us stuff from Callaway. He goes, oh, yeah, I knew that. So he definitely remembered that about you. Thanks, man. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter, Ellie. Good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied that things are looking better on the video here. We're kind of cooped up inside. We want to go outside. We can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we can come back inside, take off our coats, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.